Hi everybody, welcome to Comm1311. So glad to have you here. I am Professor Tanner and I will be your instructor for this semester, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you all and meeting you. We'll be meeting online, but we'll still get to meet, hopefully, and we'll be chatting and talking and learning and growing together. It'll be great. All right, so there's 4 things that you're going to be learning in this class. The first one is interpersonal communication skills. So there's a lot to do with interpersonal skills, how to speak to one another, both in voice and then also with nonverbal communication as well, our body language and that kind of stuff. And so it'll be very interesting to learn about new interpersonal skills that maybe you haven't learned about before or didn't know about. Also, we're going to be talking about, this is the second thing, we'll be talking about intrapersonal communication. And that's the communication that we have with ourselves, our self-talk, how we perceive ourselves, how we perceive others in the world, and how we perceive the world in general. So that'll be interesting too. The third thing that we're going to be doing is public speaking. This is a class where there are speeches involved. Because we are a core required course of the university, basically meaning that you need this course and need to pass it in order to graduate. So this is a class that you must take. If you don't do well in the class, you have to retake it. So just remember that because we are core required, there's certain requirements mandated by the university that we have to follow. I have no choice. So my hands are tied when it comes to things like this. You must meet all the speech components in order to pass this class. If you don't, then you fail automatically. So just remember that. We're going to have 4 speeches in this class. They won't be hard, I promise you. The only thing that might be the hardest thing is to record yourself, because I know from personal experience that I've had to record this presentation several times now, so I feel for you. I know that you're going to have some issues with recording yourself, and I'm right there with you, and I totally understand. So the 4 speeches. First is the speech of introduction. So the speech of introduction is the one we're going to be telling us about yourself, and that's going to be coming up in a week. So next week, in week 2, you will be learning how to do a speech of introduction and giving that speech of introduction and recording yourself doing it. But don't worry, I'll walk you through it all. In each module that you'll be learning about, there'll be different things for you to learn about each speech component. So don't worry, we're going to walk through all of it together. Now, the second speech is what we call a performance presentation, and it's in your discussion question number 2. So when that discussion question number 2 comes, it's going to be a speech. I call it speech 1.5 because it's not really a big speech, but it's a speech to help prepare you for this third speech. And the third speech is the speech on the research-oriented informative speech. So it is research-oriented, which means you have to do research and you have to talk about or inform your audience about the research that you do on a topic that I will share with you later. You'll find out what the topic is that you have to talk about later on when it's time to give this informative speech. So just know that that's the big one. That's the one that we kind of consider the midterm for this course. There are no tests, no midterm test or final test in this course. There are quizzes. So there are quizzes that you have to take, but over the chapters, but no major, formal midterm or final test. Anyway, and then speech number 4 is going to be your takeaway speech. So you're going to tell us a little bit about what you've learned about this particular course in your takeaway speech. But I'll be going over all that with you as the weeks go along. The last thing, the 4th thing that you'll be learning about in this class is about small group dynamics. So yes, you will be doing a team project together. But don't worry, I have hopefully some things in place that'll make it a little bit more interesting for you. All right, so now let's go on to our actual e-learning course homepage. I'm scrolling up and down right now so you can see this e-learning course homepage. All right, so there are 4 steps that you must follow in order to get the whole course online in e-learning for you. Right now, it looks like a lot. It looks like you've got a lot right here, but these are the steps on the course homepage for you to go through so that this item right here, this weekly learning module, every week a weekly learning module will open up for you. If you don't take a syllabus quiz, this whole folder right here will not open up for you. So I'm going to go through everything with you so that you know what's going to be happening. All right, so let's talk about the Comet Creed before I go into the steps 1 through 4. This is all about honesty and integrity. I'm on the honor system with you guys, so I expect you to be honest with me and honest in your assignments and the quizzes and documents, outlines that we'll be writing. I expect you to be honest with me. I will always be honest with you. And so I think that's important that we note that right now. Honesty is the best policy. All right, so now let's go to step number 1. Step number 1 you are doing. If you're watching this video right now, you are doing step number 1, so good job. All right, so now we're on to step number 2. Let's go ahead and read the welcome letter. I'm not going to open it up and have you read it right now. That's silly. I'm not going to do that now. So what I want you to do is go ahead and read the welcome letters right here in this little document that I'm circling with my cursor. It's in that document there. Just open that up and read it. It gives you more detail about me and about the class and the expectations of the class, more so than what you're watching in this video. So make sure to read that. Then once you're done reading that, go to the Student Lounge. The Student Lounge is in the left side toolbar. So anything you see on this side of the screen is the left side toolbar. See, I'm scrolling over all of this stuff that's on the left side toolbar. Right now you're in my view. So if I go to student view, you'll see what I'll be seeing, what you guys see. So here's your view. So go into the Student Lounge. I already have created a week 1 check-in. So you're going to open that up and follow the prompts in my post and then hit reply and then reply to me following those prompts that are in my post. And that's all you got to do for that. So let's go back to the course homepage, and now we go to step number 3. Now step number 3 is very, very important because that is where the textbook information and the syllabus quiz are housed. There's also a tutorial on how to navigate through e-learning if you're not familiar with e-learning. So there's some good tutorials and information for students there in the link that I provide there as well. So let's go ahead and open that up, and you'll see the textbook information. You'll see the syllabus, of course, right here. I usually have in PDF and in doc form so that either way, whatever you're on, computer-wise, you'll be able to see it. And here's the syllabus quiz. Now, the thing about the syllabus quiz, if you don't score 100 on the syllabus quiz, those weekly learning modules that I showed you earlier will not open up for you. So you've got to make sure to score 100 on the syllabus quiz. The good thing is you can take the quiz as many times as you need to score those 100 points so that those weekly learning modules will open up for you. So just remember that. The other thing too is to remember that each weekly module will open up at the beginning of each week. So Monday night at midnight, which is right after Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. I get that mixed up sometimes, so I'm just kind of sharing that with you. Make sure to check and your new learning module will come up. They're labeled by weeks. So there's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. So week 1 will open up for you as soon as you score 100 on the syllabus quiz. So let's go back to the course homepage and scroll down. Okay, so now that we're done with step 3, let's move on to step 4. Inserting an avatar. It's not that hard. It's a simple step. So there's some instructions here on how to insert an avatar into your e-learning profile so that when you are posting the discussion questions, we can actually see a little picture of you so we can see you. It's always nice to be able to see someone when they're talking or chatting or messaging us. So just remember that you don't have to do it, but if you want to, it's there for you. I do have office hours from 11:30 to 1:30 on Fridays. However, it is by appointment. So make sure to message me and let me know that you're coming in at that time into MS Teams, that you want to have a chat with me, and then we'll set up an MS Teams calendar so that we can meet in a certain link at the same time. Okay? Now there's a lot of harsh language in the syllabus. There's a lot of things that seems like you have to do. There is a lot of reading in an online asynchronous class, because that's what we are, an online asynchronous class. So keep that in mind. There is a lot of reading, but it's not hard, and I'm here to help you. So remember that. If you have any questions about anything, I am here for you. So don't forget, because I am here to help you succeed. I don't want you to fail. I'm here to help you. So with that, I'm going to say toodaloo, or goodbye, adios, and we will talk soon.